There you are. Good as new and not a moment too soon. Sacred waters protect you! I'll take care of those embers.
Guardians, it is over. The void has been caged inside the God Box, and you have put an end to the battle I was designed by your enemies to lose. The taint has gone. A new dawn breaks. Pure is the source that courses through me. Immaculate. Let us absolve the word. Unsullied is all source anew. My champions, my gratitude is yours. All of us fell low once, but look how we have all reascended. There are more and other forces at work than you can conceive. The void, it is but an instrument. Leandra and her followers, mere tools. Even gods and spirits, such as I, have less control than mortals know, would fear to know. But these things may not be spoken of, and my knowledge is incomplete. All I can promise is that I'll guard you long as you and yours live. Always. That, my friend, is a hard question to answer. But we have somewhere to go, and in that your victory lies condensed. We stand at the brink of a new age and a new universe that even the cowering gods thought the fancy of fools. More fool them, for distrusting you, guardians, you deliverers of time and space. For myself, I will remain here to cleanse and renew the first garden. Source shall flow wholesomely again, a blessing upon all the well-willing creatures of all the beauteous realms. And you I absolve of your guardian duty. You have kept the watch long, and kept it well, but even longer shall be your lives, and happy if I can make them so. The only two beings you'll be, who can freely come to this garden and bask in the splendor of the source restored. The only two beings you'll be, who will share the privilege of gods. But first I will let you settle your business on Rivellon. So let me take you home, to the place where it all began.
Bless the Seven, I am restored!
Look at you! I hardly recognize you. The adventuring life has turned you into a true champion, hasn't it?
Salutations, Hunter. Good to have you back.
Look at you! I hardly recognize you. The adventuring life has turned you into a true champion, hasn't it?
Look at you. I hardly recognize you. The adventuring life has turned you into a true champion.
Oh, it smells wonderful, doesn't it, my friend? Rivellon. Home again. Long have we travelled, side by side. Now here we stand at the end of our adventure, into a wilderness I never imagined. I will return to Home Forest. I know not what I'll find there now, but I will sing our story from every cave and clearing, and perhaps Jarrett will return someday. Come visit someday, won't you? I know Mother would love to meet you. Oh, don't worry. You're not gristly enough for her taste.
Look at 'em, as wet behind the ears as guppies, but as eager as well-armed puppies. No right believe in the likes of you at 40 years out. Halt! Stop!
They work us like slaves, but soon we'll belong to the best of the best.
To think the Academy was but a hair's breadth away from being blinked out of existence.
If you'd asked during our student years, I would have told you to let the Void's will be done.
You're here. Is it true what they say about your journey? It can't be, can it?
For every... Oh, comrade, our reputations have galloped over far before we did. Old Captain Wartress won't believe half of what I told him, or so he says. He won't admit it, but he's giddier than a schoolgirl to see you again. Well, comrade, someone's got to teach these pups about going toe-to-toe against the dark forces of Rivellon. Reckon yours truly's up to the job.
We heard you met frightful trolls demanding troll toll, but that you wanted to hear none of it. Crikey, I'd pay up in a hurry and no mistake.
Is it really you? You're really back?
My gods, welcome home.
For
Are
every
you here
bag
to
of
stay?
bones they shot down, another would worm its way out of the rancid ground.
Well. Look who's finally back. Were you out hunting source, or off finding yourself in Youthall Gore? So, out with it then. Who killed Councillor Jake? Gods above. There's at least 2 in every year. Look, I don't care what you do in your free time, recruit. But on Academy grounds, the recreational use of Drudenay is strictly prohibited. Or we've heard the rumors. Source cult this and end of time that. The recruits may buy it hook, line, and sinker, but I've been on the farm long enough to know a tall tale when I hear one. I'll expect to find all the details in your report, Hunter. But first, you've got visitors. The kind I don't like to see loitering around Academy headquarters. Clear them out, and then get to writing. Do I look like your secretary? Go on. They're just inside.
Not a bad place you've got here, Guardian. Not bad at all. Though I don't know if that sourpuss of a captain realizes you were all that stood between him and certain doom. Perhaps...
Now, I'm sure after all they've faced, our heroes can handle the likes of him. How are you faring? That it did. It most certainly did. And yet you have emerged not only victorious, but having granted a second chance at life to every being in the realm.
I know not where exactly her soul might rest, but I hope she is at peace now. Somewhere she can do no more harm.
We will mourn her for the woman she was, not the monster she became.
I will return to Lacula. Leandra left a veritable legion of sorcerers in her wake, and they'll need guidance now that Source has been cleansed. I'm certain most will be delighted to learn they need not slaughter rabbits, or worse, to secure Source's blessings. And as for the rest, well, all these recruits will need something to do, won't they?
A wizard's work is never done, Source Hunter. I know not what the future holds, but I'll wait for it at my leisure with a pipe and a good book. And on a more personal note, I'm not entirely sure things are hopeless between Akara and I. I know she's angry now, but...
For God's sakes, I'm standing right here. And the answer is, never again. Not for all of Gungear's gold.
we'll see.
I do so hope we'll meet again, Guardian. Aiding you on this journey has been the finest privilege I can fathom.
Your health and happiness, Guardian. And thank you.
Source Hunter, how I rejoice at your return. I may not have scurried through the first garden myself, but thundering tomcats, I can vividly imagine the terrible battle you fought and won in that starry realm. Leandra is dead. It had to be. Astarte is free. The Void Dragon enclosed anew and forever. So few people know that thanks to you and only you, they draw happy breaths. That Zigzags writes with fervor still, and that the Weaver quietly weaves as if nothing ever happened. Your quest is over, Hunter, but your glory is endless. One day your story will be sung, and your very name whispered in reverence. How honored I am indeed to be a footnote in your tale.
Welcome back. You won't believe all the stories we've heard about you.
So this is it then, your alma mater. About as big as my palace's kitchen used to be, but it's not devoid of a certain charm. Well have we deserved a moment of rest, I say, and these halls will serve as good as any. Once we have had some sleep, and in dreams revisited the gardens of our triumph, I will take my leave of you, Hunter, and take to the wilds anew. Hiraka eludes me still, but even a ghastly marvel such as she will surface given time. And time, as you know, is a concept I am utterly beyond. That said, you are welcome to join me, of course. Your companionship, after all, has not been without merit. But that is an adventure for another day. For now, let us fill our glasses and toast to a universe redeemed.
What's it like out there, I wonder? Out in a world of adventure? Oh, how I envy you.
Writing these reports is frightfully boring. How I wish I was sent on an exciting mission such as yours.
What's it like out there, I wonder? Out in the world of adventure?
Finally, we get to go sword to sword against the Source Menace.
Oh, I've got chills. Is this how you felt before shipping off to Sicile?
Last meal before shipping out. We're off to a little village called Alaroth. Heard of it?
All for the order. All that and more, Governor. Can't quite describe the feeling, really. I may have my words back, but that don't make me a scholar. Still, it's pride, mostly. And knowing you're doing good by folks. The mission we're on, it's all just so grand. There's so much at stake. Now that's pretty scary. But somehow, it feels good to be part of it. Part of the bad guy's demise.
Striking it rich!
So, this is it. After all we've discovered, after the battles we've won, I think it really is over. What do you suppose we should do now?
I'd say we more than deserve a little rest and relaxation, considering what we've been through.
How right you are. How's a sunny beach and a cold drink sound to you?
And thus the Guardians lived out the remainder of their mortal days. The end. Well, if you really want to know, when our two hard-headed but passionate saviors returned to Rivellon, they started up a steamy romance, a story for the ages. Equally familiar in their little home were the sounds of passion and the breaking of glass. And thus, Rivellon's first pair of cohabitating arch-nemeses lived out their days. What more could you ask for, little imp? The void is contained, the goddess is freed, and the saviors have returned to Rivellon. What more could you ask for?